cooperation, the standing order of achievement, these goals to be the foundation of the water of life, which is the word. So we give thanks for the repatriation. We give thanks for proper time to give I Mama B and strengthen I house here in Makakawi and also inspire the whole of the South Africa in thy wonderful name. Eliai! Almighty I am Eliai! The MC.
Our program is already far away, so we are going forward. As you all know, we are zoomed in over the whole continent. So we also have people coming, zooming in from Jamaica, Benin, Ethiopia, and all of them. So we all are worldwide today. We're all going to stand and we're going to chant. Sisters, let's sing it for Mama B. Empress Menen are the queen of queens. Rise, queen. Empress Menen are the queen of queens. And today is her birthday. Empress Menen are the queen of queens. And today is her Mama B's granddaughter, Princess Wazana. She's going to do the Psalm 25, which Mama B always loved to chant. For I and my sisters dwelling together with Mama B, always give I and I Psalm 25.
Greetings. To you, O Jah, I lift my soul. O my Jah, in you I have unwavering trust, and I rely on you with a steadfast confidence. Do not let me be ashamed, or my hope in you be disappointed. Do not let my enemies triumph over me. Indeed, none of those who expectantly wait for you will be ashamed. Those who turn away from what is right and deal treacherously without cause will be ashamed, humiliated, embarrassed. Let me know your ways, O Jah. Teach me your heart. Give thanks.
Praise the Most High, I just want to bring the information to the broader country that's listening in that I am moderating this whole thing, and the coordinator is Dr. Ashantiwe Polawan, so that she can introduce herself and say why we here today.
Rastafari. So let the world over. For it's a new name, just call and it's terrible and all. Oh, it's a new name, just call and it's terrible and all. Come forward and press it. Precious name, new name, Rastafari. How good and how pleasant it is for a night to dwell in the Most High house. Jah! And I give thanks to Empress. There are many whose footsteps I and I from every corners of the earth stand in her fulfillment. I and I the manifestation of the majesties. I and I stand proudly to be a daughter of the greatest Queen of Queens, the one who has opened all doors for I and I to be standing here in this moment under the shadow of the representative of Empress Waziromeni of the Nyahbinghi order. The last year, I give thanks to the elders and the priests for taking time out to come and support I and I as sister queens, queen mothers who are here. I give thanks to the Council of the Empress of Zion, who sits in many places across the world. The Empress of Zion is the gathering, the council of Rasta women from all mansions. And the aim was to unify under one banner, Rastafari. So the Empress of Zion, don't matter which house you're in, as long as I and I hear the Most High, know who Empress Menina is, and know the creed of the Most High. That is what I and I, we don't have any other deviation. It's to follow the creed, fulfill it, implement it, and bring up the development of Rastafari family worldwide. So when the elders of the Empress of Zion came together and instructed Sister Mimi and myself and the other mothers that as Rasta women, I want to show the world how we love I representative, one who has worked in an uncontested space. There is no one who can contest the legacy of the matriarch, Queen Mama B. And that is why elders, the empresses, put their funds together, gathered funds from all over the world, and brought the item here. Because I felt it was important that those of I who are in this work of the emancipation of the African people must know that I have a living legend. Because we're not talking about a dead legend. It's a live up legend I dealing with right now. So we give thanks for this day. I just want to say I promised the Russ who gave us this venue that I will follow discipline. So for those of I remember we are under this COVID, which means that we are not supposed to be gathering for long. We must understand that right up front. The program is going to be tight. We have provided refreshments, Rasses, empresses, elders. The food, the item that is there is just to eat, to take with the item. Because remember, we still have to go forward to Marcus Garvey for the ISIS that starts at 6. So we don't want ones milling around here. Once the ISIS and once Sister Bobo close up, the priest and close up, we're going to go straight out of this building so that we can make sure that we are hiring for the ISIS. Rastafari, Selassie, I give thanks. So, Mrs. Bobo, should I do the reading of the minister? Yes, okay. So, as those of I will know that Mama B was a representative of Rastafari, even to the governmental level. And how are you? One of the things that we just got from the Minister of Culture, the Minister of Culture, Dlamini Zuma, Dr. Kosazana Dlamini Zuma, who is in charge of the traditional houses here, who is in charge of the legislature around traditional affairs, has sent a response. Elders, not only did the minister send a response, she also donated the flowers that you see here. So yes, okay, so I read as she writes. Today we celebrate an extraordinary life. We bid farewell to Mama Clementina Ferguson, fondly known as Mama B. Like Marcus Garvey, Mama B believed that people without the knowledge of their history, origin, and culture are like a tree with no roots. And if you have no confidence in yourself, you are twice defeated in the race of life. Consequently, her mind was totally liberated. Mama B believed that African people have a common origin and destiny. Wherever they are, whether they are on the continent or in the diaspora. A true Pan-Africanist who loved and lived amongst the people. An epitome of what Che Guevara once said, at the risk of seeming ridiculous, let me say that the true revolutionary is guided by a great feeling of love. It is impossible to think of a genuine revolutionary lacking this quality. She loved humanity, thus she lived by the ethos of Ubuntu, which dictates, I am because you are. When I first met the humble Mama B, she was awesome and a clearly formidable force, with an indomitable spirit. She was not ready to accept any obstacle put in her way by anybody, even home affairs. She was single-mindedly focused on her mission to liberate Africans spiritually, physically, culturally, and economically. Our deepest sympathies go to her family, Rasta family, and all the Pan-Africanists that she represented with humility. Fare thee well, Mama B. You lived a life of no shame and no regrets. You are an inspiration to all of us. We shall try to walk in your footsteps. Praise God for a life well lived and a journey fulfilled. May your soul rest in eternal peace as you join the galaxy of our heroes and heroes. Dr. Nkosazana Nyahbinghi Zuma. We give thanks to the minister for acknowledging Mama B. We spent many moments with Mama B in our house, in the offices, and she was fighting for the freedom of Mama B's home affairs documents. And she cried when she heard that this thing was not still fulfilled. So today I want to say to the elders and the community of Rastafari in South Africa, I who have come here as a patriot cannot ask the government to give us what you should be defending. So I'm bringing it back to the island to say, you can't be sending repatriates to go deal with your people. It is the Council of Nyahbinghi, it is the Council of Rastafari that must go forward and demand the repatriation of our elders, Rastafari. I praise the Most High, Jah Rastafari, ever living, ever faithful, ever sure. See you.
You're still burning fire. And you're live. I expose you live. So
I give thanks unto the doctor that coming from all the way from KwaZulu-Natal. I give thanks unto the Most High, and I just want to make an apology for Elder Tabby and his wife and Zara and the kids that couldn't be here now in this time. We keep them in our prayers because they're busy for the funeral arrangements still for tomorrow. So Mama Fire, she will give us a beautiful poem. Let me with Mama B for some time now, man. Let's give her a nice round of applause all the way from Jamaica, man. Come on, Mama. Come on, Mama, man.
Hail Emperor Selassie first and forevermore. Thank Empress Menen, Empress Nyahbinghi, our Theocracy Church, which is total righteous integrity, comes one May, and all I and I as Rasta, Mama, you will say that to you right now. Our mission, our vision, our way of life is just to be good, doing good all the time. And give thanks and repentance strong. And we know say when a wrong thing happens, it's all not leave there. Because Emperor Selassie, I prefer not the death of sinners, but sinners to repentance. Thank you, Rastafari. You know, the 30th of December was Mommy Earthstrong. And I wrote this poem for her to her delight. She had loved it. So it named Bless Mama Be Ways.
I beg thee, elders, the Zoom has just stopped a little bit, so give us 1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute. Yeah. Okay, so you'll have to start from the top again.
Stop a trillion times you come back and say, hey, the Mosai! Alright. Empress Selassie the first. Empress Manena. Thank you. Yeah, man, this poem is named Blessed Mama Be Ways. And Mama Be that said, punish A to Z miserable bully gangsters. The only one we don't like is a liar, a thief, a troublemaker. Thank you. Alright. First and foremost, as the Jasmine Rastafari, Empress Rastafari, Empress Nyahbinghi, Empress Madonna with children, Joan of Arc live, kind I and I, Mama Be live on forever. Thank you. Bless you. And we say it like this. 30th of December, a Mama Be Day. Pray we have been blessed days. Purge reminds and surrounding. That's Mama's Be's teaching. 30th of December, a Mama Be Day. Pray we have been blessed days. Purge reminds and surrounding. That's Mama's Be's teaching. Be the best that I and I can be. Yes, 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 I and I can be. A creation continent I do up there, not Africa. Enemy poor call we Africans. Colonial Ethiopia worst enemies. Chinese, Muslims, Saxons are enemies. Syrian faith Jews are enemies. And I bring the others enemies. 30th of December, Mama Be Day. Pray we have been blessed days. Purge with minds and surroundings. That's Mama's Be's teaching. Thanks Mama Be for tranquility. Honesty, decency, civilized humanity. Mama Be action, Alpha, Omega, Nyahbinghi. Justice, fire, key, judgment, Bingi, and me. Rastafari, Nyahbinghi, theocracy, I liberate life. Bless every suffering creator's life. Pope Elizabeth Smith's one and violate life. Support fire, key, judgment, punishment, knives. Bless you. 30th of December, Mama Be Day. Pray we have been blessed days. Purge our minds and surroundings. That's Mama Be teaching. Corona are the worst world war. You World War. As Empress Omega and Mama B, Empress Nyahbinghi, Madonna Joan C. Mama B work with Alpha Omega. Nyahbinghi theocracy and so it go. Mama B said community renewal. So for us, plant, trade marijuana. It's educational. Alright. Bless you. 30th of December on Mama B Day. Pray we have the blessed days. Purge with minds and surroundings. That's Mama's B's teachings. Wow, love you, thank you.
Bless the Lord, I and I. Let us stand all I and I. Hail the Most High Jah!
Rastafari.
Majesty, Eli! Mama B chant and say, a little one time, Mama child. Strong, ancient matriarch of Nyahbinghi. In South Africa she had come. 10 years of Nyahbinghi, 20 years of Nyahbinghi. We passed together, we was together with Mama in the South. Strongest Mama I ever seen in my life of Nyahbinghi. Mama chanted and said, real. All Mama, Papa, take a lesson and learn from ancient Mama B. Ancient Mama B, if you turn away, you know, go stay. Mama B, never sleep. For Nyahbinghi chant I. Never sleep the matriarch. Time and time come. Even though she can walk, she will be in the tabernacle. So we glorify that spirit. And we see that spirit is a spirit of Empress Mene. Mama P tell us to plant and to live. Papa D has seen long time Babylon come.
in a multitude of people. Mama B tell us this. So give thanks that I have a little time that I can talk about Mama B. That Mama B had left, like teaching I and I. True, black, soul, heart, strong. So we give thanks. I say, something of the Psalm. Psalm 24, Psalm 22, for the time 3 o'clock, we chant Psalm 22, and also we chant 2 Salam. So the order, and I shall bless the order of this Salam, this is day for Mama B, Salam 22. Ainaja, why has the eye forsaken I? Why are the eye so far from helping I? And from the words of I roaring, oh Ainaja, His Majesty I cry in the eye in the daytime, but the eye heareth not. And in the night ceasing, and I not silent, but the eye, Majesty I, at the holy, oh no, the eye that inhabiteth the praises of Ethiopia, His Majesty I, the eye. And my father trusted in the eye. They trusted and they did deliver them. They cried unto the eye and were delivered. They trusted in the eye and were not confounded. But I and I, a worm and no man, a reproach of men and despise of the people. All they that see I and I, they laugh at I and I to scorn. They shoot out the lip, they shake their head, saying, he trusted on His Majesty, Him God and King, that He will deliver him. Let Him deliver him, seeing He delighted in him. But the eye of Most High, and He that took I and I out of the womb, the eye did make I and I hope when I and I was upon I and I mother's breast. And I was cast upon the eye from the womb. And the eye had I and I jar from I and I mother's baby. Be not far from I and I, for trouble is near. For there is none to help. Many bulls have come past I and I. Strong bulls of Bashan have besetted I and I round. Them gaped upon I and I with their mouth. And there's a ravening and a roaring lion. I and I poured out like a water. And all I and I bones are out of joint. I and I heart is like wax. It is melted in the midst of I and I bowels. And I strength is dried up like a bought shirt. And I tongue cleaved to I jaws. And the eye has brought I into the dust of death. For dogs have compassed I, the assembly of the wicked have enclosed I. They pierced I hands and I feet. And I may tell all I bones, they look and stare upon I. They part I comments among them and cast lots upon I vesture. But don't how far from I, O both sides. Oh, I stand, haste the eye to help I. Deliver I soul from the sweat. I yet darling from the power of the dog. Save I from the lion's mouth. But the eye has yet I from the horns of the unicorns. And I declare thy name unto my brethren and sisters. In the midst of thy congregation, will I praise thee. Yeah, that fear His Majesty, and I that fear His Majesty, praise Him. All I and I, the seed of Jacob, glorify Him and fear Him. All I and I, the seed of Ethiopia, for the eye of the Father has not despised, nor abhorred the affliction of the afflicted, neither had He hid His face from mine and I. But when I cried unto Him, yet, and I praise shall be of His Majesty in a great congregation. And I will pay thy vows before them that fear His Majesty. The meek shall eat and satisfied, and they shall praise His Majesty that seek Him. And thy heart shall live forever. All the ends of the world, remember and turn unto His Majesty. And all the kindreds of the nation shall worship before the eye. For the Kingman is His Majesty, and He is the governor among the nations. And all they that be fed upon the earth shall eat and worship, and all they that go down to the dust shall bow before His Majesty. And none can keep alive his own soul. A seed shall serve Him. It shall be accounted to His Majesty for a generation. He shall come and shall declare His righteousness unto a people that shall be born, that Yahweh Rastafari had done this.
Praise the eye, even this occasion, through an remembrance of the Queen Be in this occasion. Actually, we come before the eye at 3 hours after Psalm 117. Rastafari praise for His mercy and truth. O praise the eye, in my brother first, O ye nation. Praise His Father majesty, O ye people. For His mercies and kindness is greater toward I and the truth of the eye, keep my way, but us first, and your forever. Praise the eye. Praise the Lord, and praise the ancestors first. Jah. Yes, guys, let us remember an Queen Mother with thanksgiving, sing, and joy.
Blessed I. The program is goes as follows. Rasipo from Joburg is going to zoom in with us. Just keep doing.
Through the moderator, Raspezi, we are ready to zoom in. Yes, our family, we just had a technical issue in terms of showing the visual of the Zoom, but we'll hear the audio through the powers of the Most High, Rastafari. Just a few seconds for the moderator to connect Rasipo, and then we'll hear the audio of Rasipo, his tribute to Mama B. Give thanks.
Rastafari greetings, Rastafari greetings, and elders in Africa. This is a very important day in Tanzania. As I'm looking back at the story of Mama B, Bobo B, as some of us know it. With this words, I would say, send Aina back home. This system is eliminating our crime. We suffer racial attack, and we are held far behind. And I can see that day has come where I don't want to be here. Africa is where I am from. Roots and I am from. Mama Bibi coming to Azania, coming that one can say proper documentation as but Mama B stood that first. He was in the first mission with the Rastafari elders 16 years ago to go to Addis Ababa. As the Empress Mendele was besides Emperor Haile Selassie during the battle of Ethiopia, Mama B was there during our struggles in this country. In Langa, in Nyanga, he was a community builder. He was fulfilling that creed of feeding the hungry. He was a teacher, Mama B. Mama B used to be an MC in reggae tune. To show the life that Mama B lived, it was not only one life of going to Chikal, but Mama B was governmental. Mama B entered into the reggae Rastafari struggle. I remember one moment Mama B was in the International Conference of Churches. Of all churches talking about war and conflict in this African continent, she was the only Rastafari woman who was in that listening, that was in no conference. In that sense, I infiltrated, but in the second day or the third day, Mama B was at the front line of the year, talking about the role of Rastafari on issues of human rights and justice. You know very well that Mama B on the issues of marijuana and cannabis to be free in the broader world, Mama B has been at the front line of that struggle. There's no way we can delete Mama B in the pages of their Azania story. There's no way we can delete Mama B in the pages of the global struggle of Rastafari from Jamaica to Addis Ababa to Accra to Benin to as well as including Azania. One of the critical roles that Mama B played was the issues of even repatriation. Mama B was very generous whenever there are visitors or there are allied brethren and sisters who were visiting. Mama B was there for the youth. Mama B was there on the issues that affect the Rastafari community in a Western Cape, in a Gauteng province, in a KZN, wherever Mama B will step his feet. She was always emphasizing on three things. I still remember those ways. Mama B will say, I don't want liars, I don't want thieves, I don't want mad people around me. Those are the three things that Mama B used to remind us, that I don't want liars, I don't want thieves, I don't want madness around. Another important journey of even Mama B was people like our sister Aya Ashantewa, who will take Mama B to the big stages of our international Ministry of Foreign Affairs. For just Mama B to bring the Rastafari knowledge of Rastafari woman, to say that Rastafari is not only Rastafari from Kingston, Jamaica only, but their mothers, their daughters of the culture who stand for Rastafari. That's how we do Mama B, some of my life in this journey. And as we are paying tribute to this gallant fighter, to Coco B, to Mama Clementina Pegasus, to his family in Jamaica, to his family that is here, to be saying that Mama B is rising in Rastafari power. Mama B have suffered in this country, but Mama B was the backbone, was the pillar of I to overstand our pillars to the Rastafari daughters in Azania, in Nyanga, in Kailicha, in Naina. Mama B was another person that I think that the Rastafari community must be aware. Like I said, she was the only mother in that mission of going to Addis Ababa 16 years ago. That shows you that this woman was destined for this mission of Rastafari. Mama B was that woman in Rastafari whom we could entrust with the knowledge of Empress Mene. The last time I saw Mama B was at the second of Papa Makushemi, when Papa Makush was buried in Gauteng province. Mama B was still front, and she kept on emphasizing the unity of Rastafari. She kept on emphasizing that even if Nyahbinghi National Council, even if all mentions of Rastafari, they are there, but they must always remember the role of Rastafari woman. That the role of Rastafari woman, it is not in the teaching only, but the role of the Rastafari woman is on agricultural revolution. The role of the woman is to plant seed. It is to plant that seed of righteousness. It is to plant that seed of unity. It is to even confront the system. It's a duty that must be passed on. And so that there can be free racial oppression from the health injustices that we have seen. Life will be hard, Mama B, without you. It will be tough, Mama B, not to see you in most of the reggae shows where you will go in camouflage.
Can somebody check for us there if the router or the modem is still on?
Be new. Where I we've been destined for. Where I comes from. Like I said, send I where I go. I know with the systematically held down no more or under lockdown. Even if you can come through this lockdown, Mama B has been there as a healer. Mama B is that mother that you can say she was a Rastafari emissary, a true cultural ambassador, a true spiritual ambassador, a true reggae ambassador. I remember Papa Johnny B, who will invite Mama B in Gauteng to MC a reggae show where they are live bands. And that's where I said, that's where some of us, we have harvested, we have learned a lot from this great woman, Rastafari emissary. There is a need for our community to unite. There is a need for our to commit a tribute on this day of Mama B, that annually we need the Empress of Zion. It is a challenge to you from near and far globally, that we need to honor Mama B, follow on her footsteps, do what Mama B was doing, not just imitate her, but follow on her footsteps of feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, nourishing those who are sick. Let you know that Mama B was a person of the community. Let us be community builders of where I come from, so that we learn from Mama B. Let us become international and intellectual Rastafari women in this time. Let us preserve the Rastafari culture. Let us allow the Rastafari women in this time to have the voice in the building of Rastafari. Let us struggle of cannabis as we are entering 2021 in the settler regime parliament that is in our Western Cape. That let the spirit of Mama B drive us, connect us. Let the African solidarity of Rastafari solidarity drive us to know about this coronavirus, because Mama B never got sick. Mama B was all our mother. All of our nine, we looked at this mother as our spiritual mother, as our biological mother. We never look back at the energy and the spirit of this mother. Like I say, free I. If you ask I9, this is what I should know. Say 99 back. Do not forget that. The system has troubled Mama B. We have to trouble. thanks and praises to our elders, to our mothers, to the daughters of the Federal Church, to the singers and players of instruments who are giving this high celebration of Mama B, because we are not mourning Mama B, but we are celebrating the life and the time of Coco B. With the Babylon name, that is Clementina and Pegasus. I remember Mama B finally, like I said, it was a Rastafari in this house. Let us have more Mama B's in this continent and in the world. Let us remember this mother. That she was Highland mother, she was Empress Menene in a fullness. She was Empress Menene. Who fought? Mama B, when Emperor Selassie visited Ethiopia, she was young, but she was there. She knew that this majesty of the foundation. She used to share those stories with us about the days of the foundation of the Bishop Emperor Selassie in 1961 in Jamaica. We know very well that Mama B is not gone. Mama B is living within I-9. And we urge the Rastafari elders, near and far, let us respect the role of Rastafari woman. Let us give the role of Empress of Zion. Let us give the role of Nyahbinghi, daughter to educate this nation. Let us give these daughters of the Federal to lead our life in our education sector, to lead our life in our agricultural sector. Let us allow them to guide us on issues of welfare. Rastafari is still suffering from issues of welfare and social security. Rastafari is still suffering from issues of violence. We need to have militant soldiers like Mama B. And we give thanks for those warriors who have been on the side of Mama B, not forgetting Elder Tali, who has been to pillar to post with Mama B. We say, Elder Tali, keep strong with the family. Keep the family united from Rastafari. Biological family and spiritual family. As time goes, I will say, I remember this point that was said when Mortimo Plano passed on. This poem was said, but it was changed when I sent this poem to Jamaica when Papa Mortimo Plano passed. But the same poem is relating to Mama B. But the poem was written to Robert Mangaliso Sokukwefu, if I and I have to be clear. When I died, when I passed on, a poem that Mama B might have written, might have listened to. When I now pass, may I not be wrapped, may I not life be spiritual and serve the struggle that other people have suffered. May other people, Rastafari community, use other coffin as a platform to raise the banner of red, gold, and green. When I now pass, may other body be used to awaken the indifference and the complacence of the community. Let our eyes trace the dreams and hopes shattered by the injustice. Let our eyes of Mama B be used as the drums to recall the cries of the dispossessed, of the downtrodden. When I pass, let the fire speech and the freedom songs of Mama B be replaced with passive and active hymns. May the red, gold, and green fly at every mountain, fly at every gate, fly at every village. May our loved ones take up the torch of Rastafari and destroy the lies written into our story, so that a new brotherhood and a sisterhood may emerge to embrace our motherland, Mama Africa, Alkebulan, Ethiopia. When I die, may I have some of our poets, right of agony, they did pay and follow their days in the inhumanity of our life activity. I like to thanks and praises I like for paying tribute to Rastafari cultural emissary. Let us now wait in the meditation of our heart, be humble and accept our role in their sight. Rastafari, is that
comes from Advocate Sipho Mandula in Gauteng province, one of the sons of Mama B, that's what Mama B do, the CRM Commission, Tabombe Institution Foundation. So we give thanks for the words out from Rasipo. And now, of course, we're going to hand over to Empress Ifia Halls in Jamaica, the daughter of Asian Ivory Lion, who will also be sending tribute to Mama B on behalf of the families of Asian Ivory and the Bingi family there. So give thanks, Raskwesi.
Greetings.
Empress Ifia.
Can you hear?
Yes, I can take over. Give thanks. Blessed love.
Majesty. Glory and honor. And first birthday. Thanks is a joy, both in the
You're not chanting.
I'm taking a
Before you go anywhere, as you are taking us into the house, we are now going to have Asian matriarch of the Nyahbinghi order, Mama Nyahbinghi Behani. I think we know the mother from England, Washington DC. The elders should know the mother. The mother has played a very important role in Rastafari DVD publishing, Omega Publications, one of the matriarchs who started doing Mama Baby Eye. Mama B also being on the throne, Boboshanti. So we're going to ask Rastafari to give over to Nyahbinghi Behani. As the sisters were saying, we're welcoming the Mama, and then after that you still have Mama Ifia. So over to the matriarch Asian Muma of the Nyahbinghi order. Give them to Rastafari. Let's have Rastafari. I Easy.
I want to ask globally for I&I that please, I&I, that we have 5 minutes each one is going on. 5 minutes please, I&I, because our time is restricted at this moment in time. Thank you.
Give thanks over to Rastafari to hand over to Nyahbinghi Behani in Washington DC. Give thanks. Blessed love. So let the word of our tongue be a dictation of our time, be acceptable in thy sight, O Christ. One of the founding members of Empress of Zion Incorporation, the likes of Mama Janet Tiziana, may her soul rise in power, the likes of Mother Moses, the likes of Marina Blake, Merija, all my sisters in the faith, Empress of Zion and the Nyahbinghi Sisters Council, we salute. So we are waiting for Rastafari to hand Anna over to Mama Nyahbinghi Kabehad in Washington, D.C. Give thanks.
Creating and giving birth to a blessed garden of Eden with vegetables and fruits for feeding self and family in the Rastafari community, created by Mama B as the first Azania Rastafari community, so named after the Honorable Prophet Marcus Messiah Garvey. So I praise this woman, proud to be called Rastafarian, and name Mama B, rest in power, majesty, and eternal ancestral honor. Blessings, I. Yes, I. Yeah, we're done.
Give thanks, Mama Man. Give thanks, Honorable. Give thanks for word, sound, and power.
Blessings. Lower vibes.
Blessings, Mama.
Blessings. Bathroom break. But you know, we can work on bathroom break also. So the thing said, hold the faith, my brothers and sisters. Hold the faith, my sons and our time, 21st century, 21st year of the 21st century. Remember 2020, open up and I third eye, perfect vision. Rastafari, time of our creation is almost the entire continent called and I home, we're not home yet. Bless up.
Mama, give thanks, Mama Man.
Why no? Someone asked, I'm at work and I have to go back into the office. Blessings. I will
Mama,
leave
blessings,
now.
Mama. Give thanks, I, for everyone who's give input of Mama P, man. We bless up your name, that side, man, Mama's man. Give thanks. We're going to bless up Honorable Elder Warrior Chabulani.
Greetings, family. We're working on reconnecting the audio. Give thanks.
Is the audio okay? Is the audio okay, man?
Yes, sir.
Listen. Yeah, man. Mama Africa, you can go on, Mama. Mama. Bless her. Satellite not good, man. All right. Blessed Mama.
And it speaks to Tswana.
Yes, I am.
We will ask anyone in the Zoom room to mute their speakers. We humbly request that if you are not a speaker on the gathering, just keep on muting your speakers because it's interfering as always. We can hear from the background. Give thanks. Raskwezi, how far is INA speakers on the line? Raskwezi? Raskwezi? The Jasman? We're gonna mute the speaker and carry on with the program this side. And as soon as the speakers are ready online, we'll carry on. Give thanks.
Mama B, sana kuspana teu kwanza zolo ya hapa la ita omukan. Tena mkara help sawala.
Please put down your speakers. Please put down your speakers. Mute your speakers. Mute your speakers. Mute your speakers, please. Please, moderator, please mute everybody in the room.
In the eye, in the most high, Kalamari, the boost and pass, Ababatanai, Emperor in the eye, and I give thanks and praises also to Empress Rosario Menenai for this honorable, angelic daughter of Zion that I are honored to have been in the physical and also the spiritual presence of Clementine Ferguson, better known to I and I as Mama B. Will each and everyone just rise up and just give a big hand for all the works that this Mama has done for Rastafari. A very little woman in stature, but a very, very powerful lioness. A woman, a mother of mothers, 7 children, 60 grandchildren, 20 great-grandchildren. The mother of mothers before even having all these children were also yadding with those ancient elders. As we know from Bongo Wasa. Martimo Plana, Bongo Time, Tommy. All when we talk about Mama Shanti I, Mama Baby I, Congo Rock. It is endless of even the youths that come up under her in Rastafari. On the little island of Jamaica before she even reached on here to the motherland, the continent where I and I was bound to come forward and repatriation. And Mama took the journey, which was not an easy journey. And even when she reached on here, it was not easy living. Cause just imagine a mother of mothers leaving children behind on that little island that we refer to as a prison rock. In reality, to I and I that wanted to be free, to live free in the land of plenty. It grieved Mama many, many times when she saw enough things was not going right for I and I people on here. And then even to know that it was going to be a serious struggle to bring home her children and children. Coming to Marcus Garvey, because of her want to deal with the works, because when she was traveling with my brethren, also, little sharp man, powerful, you know, Rastafari. When she tried on, really when Gabriel called me and tell me, say, you know, Mama be there, you know. It was a joy for I to have a mama elder than I come in amongst I and I. Because even in Jamaica in the early days of her growing up.
Okay, now better. Okay.
Rastafari.
Greetings from Washington, D.C. Very, very happy to be able to see such a wonderful Mama B. I know her from the Nyahbinghi campsite at 10 miles. So I have fun memories of her which there. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mama, we can hear you. But we can't see you. We can hear you.
Nana, please turn your video on, but the audio is fine. You can carry on. Just put on your video, but the audio is okay. The visual is not on, but the mama can carry on. Give thanks.
Oh my gosh. All these modern things you have to add.
No, carry on, Mama.
When I sound, I don't get the video. When I get the video, I don't get the sound.
The sound is iron. The sound is iron.
Okay. So greetings and blessings. Very early. A set of Mama B, an ancient Nyahbinghi sister who I met during the 70s when the 10 miles was the headquarters of the Nyahbinghi house. And I am so happy to know that she has done such wonderful work on the continent of Africa. Give thanks.
Rastafari. Bless you, Mama. Mama, you still there?
Go on again?
Yes, sir. Yes, Mama.
That's it, Mama. Oh, but now I can't see you. So not very many of us since matriarch sisters are left. And as I said, I'm happy to learn of the powerful works that Mama B has done on the continent of Africa, and wish more of us could actually trot home on a permanent basis as she did. And give thanks. I shall arise in the morning, I shall witness the dawning of a new day for Africa. I shall arise in the morning to the sound of the drums. I shall come, Mother Africa, I shall come. But there is no turning back the vision I have of Africa redeemed, the scattered sons and daughters returning from the four corners of the earth, giving birth to new heights in humanity. And the hungry shall be fed, and the naked shall be clothed, and the age of respect, and the infant wrapped in love in Africa's rainbow dawning. And Ethiopia shall stretch forth her hands unto Jah, and the earth shall be the Lord, and the fullness thereof, and tranquility shall reign. Give thanks.
Yes, Mama. You can forward.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Mama, we can hear you.
Okay, give thanks, here, Rastafari. Everyone from Addison, the mountain top here in Georgia, the place where certain Mama B always so loved to be, to dwell, and we give thanks to rejoice in all of her life and all that she has done for us. Mama B was a gatherer and a farmer that could till soil and feed your believing cemented seed. That was my first experience with her in the Marcus Garden community. And a woman that is able to till the soil and feed children as Mama B did. Not just their bodies, which was important. She did nourish their bodies. She was concerned when they go to school in the morning that they have something to eat, and when they come home, they have something to eat. And these are the children that were in that particular Sephora village, not just Rastafari children. She was a true, loving manifestation of a mother and a gatherer.
And so I give thanks that I was able to spend time with her here and that she was able to spend time with me and my family here in Addis Ababa. And what I can say is that the example has been set, the love has been sown, and it's time to see more and more fruits from what she has planted here in Azania continue to flourish and feed the souls and the eyelids of those of us who sometimes we lose our way. You know, and with all the crises we've been going through, this sad yet joyful occasion, because it's joyful to remember Mama B and to glorify her name and what she has done and has left us with. But we give thanks with all that's going on, that it is an occasion for us to gather together as family. That's the one thing Rastafari love. We love to gather, and we love to chant our eyes. And so again, I give thanks. And before I say my final words, I just want to also honor our matriarch, Nana Faraika. We don't have many of our matriarchs traveling with us. And Nana Faraika, we need to continue to strengthen and show love. We don't want to wait until there's a picture on a table to show each other love and support. So that is how I would close, is with that request and desire to see I and I family come together more and more to strengthen these ancients, particularly, as I said, our matriarchs. All honor, Mama Faraika, perfect love to our brothers and sisters. Rastafari live on.
Blessed love, Mama Man. Give thanks, Mama. Give thanks. Give thanks, Rastafari. Rescuism is next, my Lord.
Yeah, had to click back or something. But one thing, then I want to size it. I want to open it.
Blessed. Rasquazium is next. I fire. Come on.
Yeah, that's to tell you know. If there are any ones that they are requesting to be unmuted, I'm as a servant of Kalamami and Selassie.
I fire from the King in Jamaica, my Lord. Queen, I fire.
Greetings.
Greetings, Mama. Rastafari.
I spoke earlier. When we had seen like we had technical difficulties, I did lock up my word sound, giving tribute to ancient Nyahbinghi Queen Mother, Mama B. I give thanks.
Blessed Mama.
Dad wanted me to say something more?
Yes, Mama, you can say. You can forward, Mama. Repeat yourself again.
Okay. Thanks, Anisis. When we give thanks, the words have been said. I honor all the words that have been said thus far, and I listened to Queen Mama Desta just now, and just reckoning even with the grounds that Mama B put her hand and blessed, through which she brought many energies in connecting and feeding the community. I've never been in South Africa. I've not been in South Africa yet. But the energies that Mama B transmitted, I and I were able to feel it in so many ways while I and I were in different parts of the world, and particularly in Jamaica, from where she returned to the motherland. We give thanks. The words have been said. So many words have been said, it just as Mama Desta just emphasized the importance of keeping that connection and the importance of reckoning with the coming home and the preparation that is needed and the dignity of Iris as I re-emphasize her work and the word sound of the High Majesty that unity is the accepted goal. Through the Nyahbinghi order from which I know she represented very well, and not just Nyahbinghi and not just Rastafari, but the ancient Africanness from which she extolled her glory, her work, and all that she did. And I resonate within that iris and ask that those works that she have done strengthen I as I travel on, and also within this time want to recognize ancient Queen Mama Nana Faraika for her strength and her work and her resilience, and that she's here well and alive, and that I ought to recognize her work as well and not to wait until, as Mama Desta said, a picture on the table. I also want to take this opportunity to recognize my mother, Queen Mama Yanzi, who was dear sister of Mama B, who they had been in communication from time to time while she's seated physically there on the continent. So within that, I give thanks once more and give thanks for her work and her strength, and ask that I travel outside of this space with a resolute action that will enable me to continue the work as I travel. Hail Haile Selassie the First, and I Prince Royal Highness Empress Menen Aswa, love and majesty.
Thanks, Mama. Rastafari. Mary J. Company, are you on there?
Hail Rastafari.
Give thanks, Mama. Rasquezi. Rasquezi, can you please bring Mary J? Mary Ja, can you please bring Mary Ja?
Mieja.
From Benin. Rasquezi.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm not going to hold too much because we can go on and on and on about the great works of Mama B. But one thing that I would want to really see, because you see, Mama B came and said, must stay and be built upon and continue. That foundation has to be ever living. And as a Nyahbinghi warrior daughter, she came here right in the midst of the Marcus Garvey community. The house that she built, I would request that the Sisters Council help the family of Mama B, an ancient Mama Fire house, into a monument. this monument should still serve to assist returnees coming from the living spora. Once one taught the diaspora, but I and I is here to live. See? Because it was still paining Mama to know that enough of her family and the wider family of the Rastafari community was still stuck and right now in this time locked. And it's going to be much harder after this lockdown for once and ones to be able to find a way to travel and return home onto this continent. Yes, Mama has transitioned. There is no death in I and I. She has transitioned. She no longer needs to have a permit, which was one of the serious moderation that was hampering even the movements that Mama B wanted to make throughout the continent. But to Ethiopia, go Malawi, even make the chant go to Jamaica. It was a serious struggle in her mind that she would be able to be allowed to re-enter South Africa because of the migration laws. We still have to come together as a one community in practicality, not just in word sound, but to make the power of practicality function. Now in Marcus Garvey, if one can see the fullness of what it means, setting up that monument, building it up, it means it continues for the whole grounds of Marcus Garvey to envelop itself. Taking it back from the gangsterism that has come in, that was a serious headache as well. We must know that is we as a family can change all that. This foundation should never be broken. With these few words, I and I give thanks and praise it. Blessed be the Most.
Yes, sir. Rastafari. Can we chant Zumba Mountain now? Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, he wants to see the burning heart of you. Yes, Rastafari. Yes, Rastafari. Right. That's enough words. Who's next, my God? Sister Kamalawi, you there? Yes, sir. That's crazy. Can you please put the Sister Kamalawi on the line? Yes, sir. You can forward it. Listen, you can go forward. Let's find out. Yes, I am. Go forward.
Yes, I just want to get us. Now we can actually decide to get last women is from Makati. Actually, very big Makati. 50 for the explanation of the disputation of Philippine of Budgets and Pahayans last year. That was the 50th publication. 2 November. So I am the one who composed this song about the child. Actually, I composed my face. And I'm a big, and about the child, he was like, this is a real response with what was my mission of coming and seeing Emperor's view at Super Mountain. So he advised that I should add another bit. We can cooperate about the diaspora Africa, United as Africa, as what I last said, that the population is the last. That's why he is the one who sponsor for the studio paintings and everything. And that we include ironing and the last time, the Jamaican name and the last time. That's why the calling of that church is very sacred. I was very struggling with this passing of material in this time. I've been listening to messages from the sister council of Malawi. Then I actually wanted to be there. I'm already out there. At the same day, I messaged that she was not the inspiring matriarchs when she came to Malawi. There were two pastors, sister in the square, participating and attending their assemblies. But Malawi is interesting on the levels of economy, on the levels of spirituality, everywhere of life, in aspect of life. So in this time, we want to encourage once and once, we must know that we are part of you, and we really take part in this assembly. And Nawam is very happy with this occasion. And we know that Rastafari is with the woman, and the spirit which you have shown through her experience, through her right, they are living a lot, and the beautiful plan, the future, and we have I am the publicity secretary, so I speak on behalf of Malawi. If I get the chance to work with other Rastas also, we also have to speak our last ways to our number three. Let us always in power. Rastafari have all things. See. Rastafari. So let the world
Greetings, Queen Mother here. Queen Mother Moses and Queen Mother. I'm going to see now that the audio is on before we have to close out. I have to get back into the office at 18. Yes, everybody can hold the Mama. Mama, you online. You can forward. Mama, you there? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Continue? Yes, Mama. Mama, you move forward. Alright, yes, I'm giving thanks for our matriarch, Mama Farika. Without Mama Farika, there would be no Empress of Zion. Thank you, our matriarch. We have to give thanks to our matriarch for this. Okay? And also, Wednesday, who was lost. His queen also was also a transition. Mama Sariel Kapara, and I recognize it. May she rise in power and rest in peace also. Because I want to say, this is the Rastafari sister brother. The Monday Queen Mother. Tell about our beloved matriarch Melody. Faithful servant of Emperor Haile Selassie. So today, January 20th, I do remember that it was in the month of December. To be exact, December 30 is the day of Mama B. And Grand Queen Mother Moses did marry. And on the day of December 30, to the sky that I can see, to fulfill African unity. Home and abroad, because we are really we are no problem. So let me tell Nyahbinghi, Mama B, so Lord, the Queen Mother, we don't hide and overstand. An amazing woman named Mama B, transformed the barren land. That created and given birth to a blessed garden of Eden with vegetables and fruits of Eden, saved one family in the Rastafari community, created by Mama B, and Zambia Rastafari community. So, named after the honorable prophet Marcus Messiah Garvey. So I praise this woman, we call Rastafarian, may we be resting for majesty and eternal ancestral honor. Blessings and bless Rastafari. Yes. So the thing say, I am I bless. Bless woman, give thanks man, Rastafari. So let us yes, man. Listen. That's crazy. Is there anybody on the line now? That's crazy. Is there anybody on the line? The program needs to go on. Anyone?
My beautiful Ethiopians, and I give thanks and praise even to get the opportunity to stand in front of the population. My priests, I give thanks and praise to the Master. When we talk about Mama B, open the door to Mama B, you will see what Mama B was. Mama B was an example of I&I in the South. Mama B was told us, I&I travel, not travel overseas. Travel around Africa. You will see what beautiful is Africa. Africa is a great, great former, great ancient. It's very beautiful. Let's not be I&I. Let's go out. Let's visit our sisters and brothers abroad. Then we can see how they handle. But nowhere, what other ways? They don't jealous one another. No. They live one another. They get happy when they see other sister prosper. Because you prosper too, just how you are. If you don't keep the faith, my sister, I don't know. Wallah. You are cheating for God. When you try them, you try them wrong. My sister, how do you do? Because Mama was told, oh, I am 9 months. I am 9 months. Even I am youth. Youth, right back. So I know what Mama P was teach us. Rasta woman doesn't mind what in the Bible. When I was going to Mama's garden, my story, not Mama P's story today. My story, I got to Mama business. I see Mama is busy. I just go 5 minutes and tell you, no, I can't sit with Mama too much. Mama is busy, it's on the move. She took the words, Mama. Mama don't get tired. Nothing. That is Mama. Mama speaks the truth. And you will get that if you never learn. You never speak the truth. You get tired with Mama. Mama. Always taking and begging. We pick up Mama. Where I am now, we're coming far, still going far. From Mama's wait, I take it. I go to my house and tell my kid, Mama is like this. They don't know, I just have it. Leave it, Mama, me. Sometimes we get like, sometimes, not quarreling, I don't take me wrong. Not quarreling. If I was correct me, I can beat him. You know what the house was. We went together, then I said, and then said, you make show me. Let me show you. I can. Why don't you say? I have been the wrong let's continue. Nyahbinghi. No matter what, you can be an answer, but we don't get church. You are coming out. I would like to sing Mama B's song. Not now, but later in life, for the prayer. You cannot pray to the Most High. I like you all my people. That's crazy. Are there anybody on the line?
Is there anyone that is requesting at this time?
Yes, I am. It does.
Are there any particular answers that you want to hear from that are on the line?
Is Rastafari on the line?
No, he's not on the line.
All right, give thanks for now. And Mama Ivy?
No, I don't see Mama Ivy either on the line.
Medicine. About medicine. Dr. Medicine.
Dr. Mitzi?
Yes.
She's not here. I would recommend that we hear from our Asian Boboshanti.
Yes, I am.
Boboshanti?
Yes, Boboshanti.
Mr. Duro.
Mr.
On behalf of the Caribbean Rastafari Organization, we understand special love and blessings with the life and testimony of life. We hope and pray that the ancestors will receive her open arms, clean heart. We give thanks for the work that she has done amongst the children of Africa. And we're hoping that her life continues and that maybe her testimony will be a shining light. Even most of our life down there in the, well, we say the diaspora or as I said earlier on, in the lives for. So we hope and pray that her family would be comforted, not knowing that the Mama B is in a much better place presently with the ancestor. We hope and pray that all ones and ones on the mainland would be moved by the example which Mama B set and established amongst the area. We give thanks for her presence and we give thanks that the Almighty will continue to bless and protect all of our life as we continue the journey of uplifting the Rastafari family. Bless you.
Mama B, let the sisters walk with me. Oh, Mama, Mama B, let's communicate. Let's try to you see. Oh, temptation, frustration, information. Is the heartache of me. Oh, temptation, frustration, revelation. Is the heartache of me. Little children, little baby, we to see. Oh, Mama, we're gonna wait for me. Show us the way to do everything that's right. Help us to fight with the brother, Mama, let the seasons walk with me. Oh, Mama, Mama, let the music with me. Mama, the stars will always see. More than take time, with the heartache of me. More than take some, with the heartache of me. Every time that people don't touch us, we know it's time to separate.
Press the wind from the river. Help us know when we fall. Hold on with me, remember. I'm not going to say much because I was asked to come and sing, and I choose to sing this song to communicate with our sisters on that side and our sisters on this side. On behalf of the Cape Coast and Reggae Forum, the artists of the Eastern Cape and Cape Town. On behalf of my president of the Rastafari United Front, I just want to say to you, that is why we don't only people from the Nyahbinghi, but also sisters from the other nations. Now it's up to us now in the Rastafari region, from here in South Africa and over the years, to take away Mama left off and do that because she made sure that she breaks the boundaries. Today, I think communicating with the Sister from communicating with the Sister from Johannesburg, I think communicating with the Sister from Israel because of Mama. Thank you, Mama.
For the online and the thanks unto the Most High for saying this is we shall be glad and rejoice in you. So we will go over to the video. So let go.
Yes, God. Before we give a vote of thanks, just the Jamaica Diaspora Association, Rashaman, Sister Roma, Labby, and Carl Johnson, also MC Kearney,
This is an association that has formed itself to assist those that have returned from the diaspora, as we call now the living spora, because enough ones know that when they return home, they're reborn again, as Mama B and always said. Now, they have sent their condolences and pray that ones and ones can really take heed to the teachings of Mama B, because all of them that I mentioned was touched and really nurtured by Mama B. So with these few words, their condolences, may Mama B rise in eternal power. Rastafari.
Yes, sir. Just FYI, just want to give the announcement for tonight.
Yes. Everybody, I need that Lagos. Coast ancient physical order of Nyahbinghi, Yoka's reign. To all ones and ones who have gathered today to give this royal salute to Anna ancient Matrak Mama B, to give thanks, to acknowledge the presence of all ones and ones who come from far and wide, giving to our President King Tau, President of Rastafari and the giving to the President to our Christo from Anna ancient Anna Matrak, Christian Council, to all our elders, sisters and brothers, our youth, we give thanks for your presence. We give thanks again for the host, Ras Center, for always coming whenever we come to ask for them, and they will always welcome here. And the announcement for tonight, from here, obviously, we'll go for the ICC for start at 6. And right through. And then we will announce the announcement when we're in the foundation. Those that may not be able to make it, let's announce for tomorrow. Tomorrow by 8 o'clock, we are expected to be already on the foundation. So let's make way as early as 7:30, because the arrival is around 8 o'clock, and then short journey to the house, then to the tabernacle ground where the service will be held. By 10 o'clock, and I will be moving towards the cemeteries, which will be in Maitland. And then it will take us up until 12 o'clock when we return. All the logistics will be here from the house, but we're encouraging ones and ones, red, gold, and green, dress code of white. White is so beautiful with African prints, red, gold, and green, and let's be brighter. More and more is Mama. Hold up the dignity of the Empress, my fellow women. Yeah, I give thanks even for the organizers of this event, Empress of Zion and Sisters Council. Give thanks to each and everyone and the words of inspiration. I say to Mama, I love you.
Lord, to make Lord to sound, Lord to power, Lord, be to the most time, to the power of the business and to the name. my mother's information. Greetings, hello, greetings from Africa. Priesthood council, hatreds, matrix, and illness, and matrix, and exaltation. Yes, sir. And I'm so humbled. I'm so humbled, no? I don't want to more share anything from this day that the most that I did make. But I would like to give thanks and praise the central life giver who made it possible for Anna to be here without putting this day in our life's diary. But we have made it in these hours that we came together. And I say, the most righteousness I give her the strength from this time, from strength to strength, you know. So I give thanks and I give thanks for being welcomed as I've arrived to say I'm here as family, being a family to make sure I never get the royal salute when got a call from the Empress Hussein and the Sisters Council. All the support you got from the house, I never, honestly, the most I be and I redeemer, comforter in anything I do as the Nyahbinghi house in the global world, international, because I never witnessed it today. And Mama B was everything to us. We got a call from Washington, D.C., Malawi, Jamaica, Atlanta, you know. So I'm just blessed, even in this time, to be here with the Mama, because we said I did transform as I not die. Mama B wants to live within I as I did drink from the well, you know. Mama B said she a sweet way, sweeter than a honeycomb. Yeah, the hardworking woman, and I don't have anything much to say. I think my space is tomorrow, not today. But I'm very much looking to answer what I was saying. Yeah, being Sisters Council of the Western Cape, Marcus Garvey, and I bow, and I give thanks for the love that we did share the throne with Mama B. I think it's like 22 years or something that I'm trying with Mama B since I meeting Western Tari, Paparas, you know, Elder Parks, Ras Elfie, that hot of Mama B, I team, Mama B, Jenny, all, you know. So we'll always walk and chanting Mama in the yeah, I read it on and on and on and on and on. I. So the first speech character, and I decide.
Alien! Alien devotion for alien! Alien remind man that you put your men and alien! With the one yes, I mean, thanks to the life of the matriarch. Empress, Mama B. Mama B alive after his 4 and 10, 7. Many of us will not be so fortunate to make such 3 and 10. But when Anna Rastafari, it is the reward for the righteous lent out grace, health and strength and prosperity. Let Mama rise in honor also when the Mosel will be fire, when you will rise also to be united with I and I. So I know Anna mother is not dead. Anna mother have been rich I and I. The whole of South Africa, out there international. Many people know Mama B. They cannot forget the teaching of the matriarch. Alien! You can remember the time when I went through the gathering now and I was in Australia and the Marcus Garvey community for the ISIS. So, the NSK was due respect, but move around I and I will see the alien. Here the most alien. Alien candles alien. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of the sinners, and is in the seat of the scornful. But who delights the law of the Most High, and realize after the first, and things of my God, shall I meditate day and night. And that is what we call like the 3 part of the rivers of waters in the fruitful season.
And the life in no causes not going whatever I do, and it must prosper daily. I hold on godly and unsoldly like cattle but of power drive away. Devil and godlessness getting a judgment. Neither the sins in the congregation of the righteous. The most I am realized as never can how we can know me. No other way of the righteous. But the word of God is a perish and burn the lake of fire.
I Kirmawi, ways last year, Almighty God and King, Creator of all I of Jah of love, look upon thy flock with healing, give them strength, give them Kwailu, give them Dumsu, give them Hailu, Moran Besa, Yahuda, Yamashtan, Nigas Nagus, it's the bear. Yes, I will look upon the eyes to the hills. From whence came my help? And I have become just Rastafari, and it's not the first to create heaven and earth. The Most High will not suffer, and I put it in move. I hold the Most High that keepeth, and I will not sleep. I hold the Most High that keepeth, and I will not sleep and slumber. For the Most High Rastafari is and I keep her. The Most High is a shade upon thy right hand. So by the almighty protection, the sun shall not smite thy name by day, not even the moon by night. For the Most High will preserve I and thy soul. The Most High will preserve when I yarding out and when I yarding in. From this time henceforth and forevermore. Bless the Most High and pray. God bless the Lord. Most High and pray. My way. Pray. Majesty, I pray. King of Kings, Lord and Lord. Conquer life, travel for them. And for himself, light up with his own. I don't define majesty. Pray. And I was playing them to say for that man, Rasta man, Rasta woman. The may yard and the house of Rastafari. Pray. All of you. That every receive is good, let's go back together. All on Nyahbinghi. And the testimony of Rastafari. But I see the throne of judgment to the man who made the David. And I pray for the peace of Ethiopia. They shall prosper all of these. Peace be to their own protectory policy. We have a brethren and companionship. I will say now, peace be unto thee. Because the other for Rastafari, thou will say to thy God, this time is for the forevermore. Majesty, beautiful words, to the things of beautiful sound, to the life, beautiful power. I need a dear, emotional, love, mommy, amazing, I hope it, behold, how good and how pleasant it is for I can find all to put together in the identity and in love. It is like a precious ointment oil that flows from our locks
presented down to a bad, which just kids of our guns. Even Papa had no biceps that went down to the corner of his garments. And is a Jew of Ammon, and is a Jew that descended in the whole of hills, not Mount Zion, that is way to Mosai, His Majesty, President, where you commanded I all his blessings, that I should not to pass away, but to live I better life, for I like woman.
Ajalo, Abajo, Rastafari, Ainian. Here I like creator, Alpha and Omega, the beginning without end, first and forevermore. Same. Sure! God worship in the world, and the of King David. Ainian. Earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. For his majesty hath founded it upon the seas and established it upon the floods. Who shall ascend unto the hill of the Most High, or who shall stand in his holy place? He who hath a clean hand and a pure heart, who hath not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor smiled beside foolishness, he shall receive the blessing from the Most High and for a high. Righteousness from the Most High God of his salvation. This is the generation of them that seek the face of the Most High and for a high. Lift up your head so you gates, even you left them up the everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is the King of glory? And for a high. The Lord and for a high is strong and mighty. The Lord mighty in battle. Lift up your head, O you gates, even you left them out your everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is the King of glory? Emperor Haile! Emperor Haile is the King of glory. Emperor Haile is the King of glory. Yeah!
Oh, I ja of Ethiopia, I I majesty. I I dwell the part of righteousness deep I and I to forgive that I must be forgiven. Teach I last loyalty on earth is in the whole of the and now I know the wise mind, knowledge and understanding to do thy will. And blessings unto I and job. And the hungry be fed, and the naked clothed, and the sick be nourished, and the eyes protected, and the infants cared for. The love I have from the hands of my privileges, and all I am is a pass of the presence, the depth of the sea, the depth of the eye, the belly of the beast, or the life of fire. The sound of my electric time of the King one, with the powers of the King of Kings, and the Lord of Lords, the conquering light of the tribe of Judah. I live for yourself the light of this world, and I own my vital majesty and for the healing eye. First is the King of our nation, the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning without end, the first and forever. I take the whole island faith and the rule of the island earth. Trying to hail Twilight our King every year. I jump. Almighty, I jump. Make it honorable, I jump. Bless my eyes. Sanctify my eyes. Lord, I want to countenance to shine upon thy name. It's a light of belief, the tremble and the tiger. Let the word that is by the heart, and humble and acceptable in the sight of the Most High. Usahakan na strength, usahakan na jiwa. Na wala namin tinarating ko ayba and ayba. For as long as the sun and the moon is pure throughout all generations, and for come before I will come and give thanks, I will to the holy name of the Most High. Kung before the Father, no way on the beginning. And let the goodness fortune and let it say for my and all sons of those that trust in the eye, all of them may be.